It's Mark. It's time for another Scotch Sunday. And today we have Arran Madeira Cask finish. This is one of their wine cask finishes. I think it's long gone. I don't think you're going to find it, but I really like Madeira and I really wanted to try this. So I got a bottle and there you have it. All right. So anyway, glad you're giving me a watch here. Give it a like, give me some feedback, share it, whatever. Okay, not much really in there. So, okay, so let's see. What can I tell you about Arran here? I've done a couple Arrans before. I did the 14, I think was actually the very first one I did, to tell you the truth, that I actually videoed. And seems like I did another one than the 14. But I don't know what it would have been, because I don't think I've done any of the wine cask finishes because I've been holding on to them kind of. Maybe I did the port cask finish. No, I didn't do the port cask finish. Anyway, so probably only did the one. I may have only done the one. Okay, so this again, did a line of wine cask finishes. They did Madeira, they did sherry, they did sauternes, they did port, they did Aramone, they did another one, Cote de something or other, I'm not familiar with. Anyway, so Arran is like the second, I think it's the second newest distillery after Kilchoman that you can actually buy spirit from right now. There are several, I think there's at least 3 or 4 distilleries being built right now, but there's no, or that have been built that are producing spirit, but nothing has been aged long enough that you can buy it. So anyway, it's on the island of Arran. Actually, Arran has 2 distilleries on the island now, one on the north, one on the south. One makes peated whiskey, and the other one makes, which they just finished, and the other one makes unpeated whiskey. So they're actually a Highland. This is actually a Highland single malt Scotch. Island is a subgroup of Highlands. They opened in 1995. The Queen actually went up there and opened it herself. There used to be a lot more distilleries on the island up there, but the last one had closed. Mostly illicit, had closed like in 1837 before Arran finally opened their distillery there. At the distillery where they produce the non-peated, they have 4 stills, 2 wash and 2 spirit. So anyway, that's everything I think I can tell you about. Oh, I should have opened this up already. All right, let me go ahead and do that. Keep forgetting to do this. Give it a little bit of time to air out. Okay. So, I'm going to wipe that off. I don't really want that everywhere. Give it a roll here. That's a pretty full, pretty full glass for tasting. Oh well. All right, so I'll give it to you in the bottle here. You can see the color. This is a no age statement. Man, the label's not even, it's even a little crooked, but okay. So there you have the color in the glass. Okay, so what can I tell you about Arran here? After initially maturing in our traditional oak casks, the Arran single malt in this bottling was finished in Madeira wine casks sourced from an artisan producer of this iconic fortified wine from the Isle of Madeira, which I believe is off the coast of Portugal. It's a fortified wine, and if I recall correctly, Madeira, they do something to it. They heat it at one point in the process, and I think that's what kind of makes it. Of course, it's obviously a different kind of wine than the port and the other fortified wines. And then it's actually, after they heat it, it sits for like 90 days, and that does helps it oxidize. And so that's the whole thing that's different, I guess, about the Madeira. This whiskey is bottled without artificial coloring or chill filtering to ensure a natural, full-bodied, and flavorsome single malt. Independently owned, independently minded, pure by nature. And they have a kind of little map there showing where Arran is. I can't get that in focus, but okay. So yeah, it's really, the island is not far from the mainland, and it's actually in between the mainland and the Campbelltown Peninsula. So, okay, so it also says that in this one we have rich layers of fruitcake, marmalade, and sweet citrus combined to display the perfect balance of flavor between Madeira Cask and Arran Malt. Okay, so I think that's just about everything I got on that one. Okay, and it's 50% ABV and aged in bourbon and then finished in the Madeira. I can smell the wine, the grapes. Oh yeah. Okay, very fruity. Fruit forward, definitely. Okay. Very fruity. Berries. Like raspberries and strawberries. It really smells good. The grapes and the raisins come through. Can definitely smell a little bit of the alcohol in there. Very, very, very fruit forward on the nose. Like I said, berries, definitely strawberries and raspberries kind of come through. Blackberries, maybe, not really raspberries. Yeah, berries. We'll just say berries and strawberries. All right. Interesting. Don't get the berries on there. I get more citrus. Grapefruit. Orange. More citrus. Definitely more citrus on the palate. Very fruity. Fruit forward, absolutely. I'm not getting anything else. I'm not getting oak. I'm not getting any spice. It's all fruit. Finish is medium long. Raisins on the finish. That's what I get. Let's see if I get anything else on the second nosing here. A little bit more of the raisins here. Strawberry is what I'm really. Oh, this is really good. Arran I think it's a very underrated distillery. I really like their product, and you know, give Arran a try. They've undergone some changes. They've repackaged stuff. I think they've gotten rid of several, like the 14, which I think, like I said, was the first one I ever did, that I ever videoed. I think that's been discontinued. I think now it goes from like 10 to 18 or 19 or something. Pretty ridiculous. I mean, you need something in between there. But anyway, really good. It's smooth for 50% ABV. Yep, a little bit of. It's very, very sweet. This is sweeter than I would expect from any other really Madeira that I've ever tried. The Madeira finish. Really, really sweet, but fruity sweet. But anyway, this is a really good one. I think my only knock would be it's kind of thin in a sense, and it kind of finishes with it just kind of finishes a little thin. But and it's going to be hard for me to really give this because I really like Madeira. I've never ever had a Madeira finish that I didn't like. So I'm partial to it. So it's not going to score low. So I'm going to give it another 8. See you next time.